All right, welcome everybody in. Sorry about yesterday. We had power fluctuations and my whole computer went down. And as I was trying to start it back up, the power kept flickering. And so we are going to do another. Let's see if this. There it is. Okay. We're going to do another attempt at what we were trying to do yesterday, which was Blueprints Dog Percent. Um, so let me give you a rundown on what we're actually doing, what the actual plan is for this run. As you can see in the splits there, what we're trying to do is draft the kennel and pet a dog. That's the big goal. Um, uh, I have a couple ideas about what I want to do. Um, I want to get a conservatory because it's super easy. All I need is a shovel. Then I can run outside and grab it. The conservatory throughout the days might be able to make finding the drafting studio easier. And since it doesn't take a whole lot of time to do, that was my plan. So first time we get a shovel, the most easiest thing to do is go grab the conservatory, and while we're there, we will open up the apple orchard. End of the first day, if we haven't found a shovel, if we kind of get stuck, we'll probably still open up that apple orchard. I do want to say that we will probably be spoiling. Like, I've played this game through a bunch. I am not actually doing this as a run through content, but more as a trying to speed run or do some sort of category. Because this is still random, it is still kind of like, let's see how fast we can do it, but we are still going to be affected by randomness. So that's going to be the plan. Yeah. So that's good. We're going to go ahead and get rolling. We are going to start over, I think, just because we kind of got stuck in the middle of what we were doing yesterday. So we are going to clear this, and we're going to get rolling again. All right. So let's get going. I'll kind of talk my way through. We're going to start as soon as we click this button. And this first cutscene, most cutscenes we can actually skip. The one we'll see first is this one. And unfortunately, this part we have to sit through. Every day you gotta kind of zoom into the house. The other cutscene we can skip is the first time we go into security. We can skip that. So what we're looking for is gems. Keys are good, but mainly we want gems and dice if we can. Let's go here. Blue box is empty. The blue box is true. This is the blue box. So the black box is false. Get ourselves some gems. Drawing room right off the bat is actually pretty good. We like drawing room because A, it has a safe in it, which gives us a gem, so it kind of pays for itself. And B, it lets us redraw a room, so it's pretty much like having a dice. So we're going to try and do that. We're going to redraw. Let's go pantry. So another thing that we would like to see is corridor. Not corridor, courtyard. Courtyard likely will have a shovel. Does not. It does have... metal detector increases our odds of finding a key or money in a room. Let's do utility closet here. In utility closet, we're always going to turn this off, and we're going to flip each of these switches. If we ever draft the dark room, we'll come back and flip the dark room switch again. This unfortunately is going to lock us out of the rest of the run. However, we do have 5. We need 6. We need one more coin, and then we can... Let's take den, because sometimes there's a chest in den. If we get one more coin, we can... buy a shovel. Alright, so... kind of stuck as it is. No real reason to do any of this. Got a hammer. Got a key. We're going to go buy that shovel, and then we're going to go get the conservatory. I'm not even going to dig, because there's really not a reason to do that. Even going into the closet, there really wasn't a good reason, because we weren't going to get much done today other than the conservatory. But first day conservatory is still pretty good, I think. The idea is we're going to try and push for those corners to get the conservatory in future days. I want to come back here. Alright, conservatory. So it looks like it does add it to your drafting pool. So in the future, if we do reset, we know that it adds it to the drafting pool even that day. I'm also going to flip this. This is also not skippable. I'm flipping this just in case we actually end up needing it later on. Like I said yesterday, and this is another thing that I should emphasize, is we're not pushing for long-term benefits. If we run into them and they might incidentally be good, then we'll do them. But we're not actually pushing for, you know, solving the game or solving puzzles, that kind of thing. I guess technically we got that utility closet. I'm going to do the solution for the utility closet real quick. Utility closet. What is the fastest way? This needs to be white. Green. Red, purple. There we go. And this, I believe, gives us 2 extra gems every day. Which is also kind of essential. Alright, and then we're going to call it a day. We will always try to hold on to 2 gems because we need 2 gems to get the drafting studio. Oh, I forgot to hit this button. I need to remember to do that. I don't do a whole lot of speedruns that have splits, so I'm not used to remembering to hit those when I fulfill something. We're going to hit the hallway. We're trying to get to that back corner. Conservatory, no conservatory. We'll take parlor. Parlor will give us some gems. Okay. Box that claims to be black has the gems. This box is the blue box. This box is the black box. That is false. That is false. That has to be true. Therefore, this has the gems. Alright, let's see what we got. Corridor, nursery. We'll take spare room. We'll save corridor for later. Courtyard. We don't need shovel anymore, so that's less important now. Grab ourselves another gem. Garage is interesting, actually. I think we take garage here. Opening up the garage at some point actually might be pretty big. We're gonna go drawing room again. Library would have been smart there too. Library would have given us a rarer room that we could have gotten. Let's redraw that. Pool is interesting. Maybe we avoid the pool because the pool adds stuff to our into our draft pool, which I don't think we want. We do want rooms that point north. Okay. Let's go this way. Utility closet is pretty big because we can open up the garage. Alright. We're going to go back out the garage. We can open the door. This opens up the outside room. One of the things that we like to see in the outside room is the trading post. Or tool shed. Tool shed's not terrible either. Ooh, wrench is amazing. Anything that really gives us the ability to change the rarity of rooms is going to be really good. This also gets us back to the beginning of the house so that we can start drafting in the other direction. Let's go here. Observatory. Let's go closet, get a couple items. We're actually not having a terrible day here. Courtroom. Courtyard, sorry. Still no shovel. Conservatory. Ugh, so big. Getting that right now is really good because what we can do is make all these rooms wine cellar's not terrible. We'll actually make that commonplace. Coat check. We do not need coat check ever. So we pretty much every time that we draft a conservatory, if we do not get the drafting studio, we're going to set most of those rooms, if we don't need them, to be do I take wine cellar for the gems, or do I spend one? I think I need the gems. We're going to set every other room to rare that we don't need because we want to see them less. Okay, we need a straight through room. Chapel works. We don't have any money right now, which is fine. Security. Let's do bedroom. Reason I didn't throw security there is because... Actually, security might have been good because I have the wrench. But I figure if I find another security room, it'd be better. Especially if I was going up against the wall, because it's always going to give me more door options. Let's go... If I go corridor, it will be unlocked. I do have some keys. Let's go pantry. Gives us some money, gives us a couple extra steps. Observation. Don't really need the steps at the moment. Imagine chapel being like, you have no coins, you cannot enter. I mean, that would be absolutely miserable. Dining room is not bad. Yeah, let's go dining room. Just because it's a straight through. So the other thing is, I don't know the odds of getting certain rooms. I don't know if it's like, hey, you'll get the drafting music if you're a higher rank or not, or however it works. Could do gymnasium, because I did turn the gymnasium off. Music room does give me a couple keys, though. And I'll still have enough gems. So we're going to do this one and hope to get a... That's not terrible. I was actually hoping for like a key card just in case. Because we still haven't really... Ooh, library's really good here, I think. Usually gives us some sort of good item. Ballroom, Chamber of Mirrors. Ballroom. Second copies of the room you have in your house. I don't really want to add more rooms in my house. Ballroom's nice because I can always backtrack to it to get more gems. Let's use a regular key. Here, gymnasium is not terrible. Yeah, let's do gymnasium. That makes my dinner ready, but I'm not sure if I care about dinner. Let's use a regular key. Observatory corridor. The nice thing that if I had picked the mirror here, I could have gotten another conservatory, but so I need to wrap around. It's the only real reason I'm doing this. I only have one gem now. Well, Conference room is not bad. Take conference room. Sometimes there's an item in here. See it. Laboratory. Yeah, we'll take the laboratory. So unfortunately, what we're going to do with the laboratory is we are going to set it to rare, I think. Because I don't necessarily need the laboratory. The experiments are things that are not super essential for me. Dark room kind of sucks, but we need it to keep going. And I think that's where the run ends, because I did not draft security. So let's just drop out. Because we do not have any more... Oh no, dining room has another door. Oh, and that gives us 2 more gems. That's nice. I didn't think about that. I need to remember a couple of these things. Grab a couple more steps. Okay. We want to go north here. Looks like we're gonna have to take the pool. Doesn't really matter if I step in here. We're gonna run back to get second gem. So if we ever run into the drafting studio, we need to have 2 gems. So it's important. Oh, I don't have any keys? Yep, that's gonna be it. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna call it a day. Nothing more I can really do. Oh, I forgot to restart recording. Alright. For those of you coming in from the recording, I forgot to hit my recording button. We are on day 3. We did already get a conservatory. We are trying to do dog percent. I know this is kind of... I'm a little bummed. I forgot to start the recording now. But I will probably download the full recording from Twitch after the run. Conservatory, no, we'll get parlor. Alright. Gems are in a box with a true statement. The statement on the blue box is true. 2 of these statements are true. Gems are in a box with a true statement. So if they're in the black box and the black box is false, this would be true and this would be true. And that would be the only way for me to know where the gems are. Rumpus room. We already have 5 gems. Rumpus room, rumpus room. It gives us some money. I don't know if I need money though. Usually has an item over here too sometimes. Looks like not this time. Let's take closet for the potential dice. No dice this time. So compass is nice because it does increase the odds of certain rooms. So if we have north-facing rooms, chances are we will have well, we'll have a better chance of pulling a drafting studio. We're gonna do ballroom here, but we're not going to go through it yet because we still have more than 2 gems. Let's grab a key might be nice here. Fortunately, that's not going to go any farther. Wine cellar won't either. Let's grab a key. Gems are not going to be my blocking issue here. Now, I think I'll come back if I find a hammer there. I do have money, so if I find commissary... We're going to do a spare room because I still want to try to get another conservatory if possible. Not possible today. We will take an observatory, I think. Chapel. Yeah, let's do chapel. Let's get rid of... yeah, this is fine. Get another key. Commissary. Let's grab a commissary. Hammer might be good here if we could grab it. Sledgehammer is 8. We need another coin for that. Drawing room. Yeah, we'll take drawing room. Though pantry would have given us the extra key. We're going to redraw. Pantry gives us the extra key. Or the extra, not key, money. The money I can run back here. Grab a hammer. Hammer. I'm going to lose a couple gold here, but it gives us... Where was that chest? It was in the nook, I think. Yeah. Couple keys, that's good. Push further north. Okay, this should have a gem in here, which it does. If I ever get to a point where I am opening a room and don't have 2 gems, I need to run back to the ballroom. East wing. I have keys, so that's fine. Again, if I go north, I have a higher chance of finding the drafting room. Yeah, let's pass on that. Passage, dining room, library. Dining room or library? We're gonna do dining room, I think. Utility closet here is not bad. I get some more steps. I'm never going to try to get a specific room for dinner. Okay, pool, dark room. Dark room isn't terrible. Let's do dark room because now I can go back in here and just turn the dark room back on. Dark room usually has an item in it too. So usually sitting right over here. There's a key card. That's perfect. I don't need the... Oh. Not appear to be powered on. Did I get security? Does that stay now? That's interesting. I did not realize that the... Oh, it's because I toggled it off in here. Come back in here, toggle it back on. Okay. That's not terrible. I didn't have to run far for that. I don't need security now. Weight room, lose half my steps. Or secret passageway and have to run all the way back to ballroom anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And back is 26. So I'll lose less steps if I go weight room. Okay. I do want to try and go north. Great Hall, Gymnasium. Gymnasium's not bad. Let's go south. Kitchen, billiard room. We'll grab the billiard room here. Drafting studio. Beautiful. Got a drafting studio. Continue. Unfortunately, none of these are good, but we will take Solarium. That will give us... So there's not a gem in that one, so there's not a reason to open that safe. The Solarium will allow us to find rarer rooms. Office. I don't have any gems, so it's going to be the West Wing Hall. North Library. Wine cellar, we'll get some more gems. We have the gymnasium, which could potentially... Ooh, it's got a... At this point, I probably should call it... Ooh, freezer. Freezer's huge. I'll take freezer. Then we'll call it a day. Actually... I might be able to get a coat check. I know, I did make coat check rare. Let's do mailroom, and then we'll call it a day. Seems like a good idea. I was going to try and find coat check for the key card. So, We did find a drafting studio, which is huge. We need to find the kennel in the drafting studio, unfortunately. So we're going to keep going. This is why it could be kind of tricky. Day 4. Bum, 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 bum. Take hallway to get to that corner. Commissary closet. Storeroom. Let's go closet. Because I still have the gems from yesterday. Let's go north. Mailroom. Let's go mailroom. Grab whatever I ordered. 2 keys, that's not bad. And the silver key. All right. Nothing else in the mailroom really. The day after you get the mailroom, you actually have a higher probability of drawing a mailroom again. Looking for conservatory. We'll even re-roll on this one. Ooh, solarium is pretty big. We'll take solarium. Sure. We'll do this. We want green. Extra couple gold every day is worth the time to do those. North, we do not want archives. Great Hall this early also isn't all that great. Wine cellar is not terrible. Getting extra gems is always good. I always check that corner because a couple runs that I did commonly had items in that corner. Alright, let's go north, hopefully. Foyer. Yeah, we take foyer. Getting a Great Hall now is actually really good. We'll go parlor. Gems are in a box that is actually blue. No color. The gems are in a box with the word blue on it. This has to be true. Gems are in a box with the word blue on it. So both of these boxes have the word blue on it. Box are in the box that is actually blue. So if it's in here, both of these are true, and that's not necessarily false. So they have to be in here. Boop, boop. Alright, we want... Office ends our day. We don't really want to end the day here. Den is decent. We have a bunch of gems. Several keys. Let's go spare room here. Garage is not actually helpful at the moment. We'll go chapel. Use regular key here. Conference room is not bad. We don't have key card, so we're not going to be able to go forward. That is some steps. go forward this way. Money. Let's save the silver key. Office here. Doesn't seem bad. Because Office has this upgrade disc. Office upgrades, parlor. I don't know if it's always the same or not. Three prize, 2 wind-up keys. I always thought that this one was just terrible. The prize is equal to the number of red rooms in your house. If you open an empty box in funeral parlor, lose a bunch of steps. Seems terrible. Now, mind you, all of the red rooms are bad, but 303. But that one just, like, the payoff isn't even worth it. Let's grab a silver key, I guess. Cloister. Weight room. We'll go cloister. You know the secret. We'll get an extra allowance coin. Let's go south. Open up a bedroom. It's also locked. Honestly, the more rooms we open, the less rooms are in the pool. Let's go this way first. It's locked. This way is not locked. Drafting studio. Beautiful. Come on, kennel. Dovecote is going to be the best of those three. Fortunately, still no kennel. Locked. That one's locked. Let's go through the bedroom. Give ourselves a key. Can't go that way because of drafting studio. Let's try to get up into this corner, maybe get another conservatory. We only have one key, unfortunately, though. Servants' quarters will give me 2 keys. Drawing room. East Hall is the way to go because all of my hallways are always open. Let's go south first. Ballroom. Don't have the gems for ballroom. We'll go Nook. Gets me another key. Beautiful. Go conservatory. Any items in here at the moment? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so Den is commonplace. Nook is commonplace. Great Hall, we're gonna make rare. Because we really don't want Great Hall ever. Both of those are fine. one key. I think I might want to... I've already got conservatory. Is there really any reason to go any other direction is the question. Because we need another drafting studio is just the next thing that we have to do. What do I have today? Office. If we get her ladyships... No, we still can't get down there. Let's open this door. I'm going to use the key. Vault is interesting. Gymnasium. Let's grab another key. I really feel like maybe I should just start another day. This was pretty big. Library? No item. And nothing else to do. Alright. Go to the next day. Again, we're trying to get to drafting room. Oh, you know what? We never actually went out. Oh no, we did the tool shed. Was that yesterday or this day? We're gonna check this day, make sure. We want to make sure to go check rooms, because one of the things that we could technically do is open the tomb. We don't want schoolhouse. There's no reason to get schoolhouse for this run. This does give us another one of these. Rotate, flip. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Rotate, 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 rotate. Okay. No items to trade yet. Extra coins is good in case I have to roll a shop or a kitchen or whatever to keep going. Spare room. We want to get to each of our corners if we can. We'll take wine cellar. There might be something to be said about drafting those corners last. Do we take security? Yeah, let's take security. So that is another cutscene that you can skip. Card system. Set security level low. And change offline mode to unlocked. Confirm back. Okay. Exit. Alright, so let's go this way. Courtyard. Let's do courtyard. Avoiding anything that increases the odds of certain rooms is really good. North, yeah, let's go north. Parlor. Black box is empty. Black box is true. Black box is black. So this is true. This has to be false. Black box is black. Black box is true. Black box is empty. So it has to be false, false, true, because otherwise we don't know where the gems are. 3 gems. It's really good. Closet here is probably bad. Maybe it's not. I have a couple more. Ooh, key card. That's actually not terrible because we have to go back through security. So we might as well change these options. Keycard system. Settings. Set. High. Confirm. And then we just don't turn it off. That gives us more doors that are likely to be unlocked. And that ends our day, unfortunately. We have a shot at rolling the conservatory, but at this point, we are... Oh, we'll get the solarium too. Alright, well, that unfortunately is our day. I'm going to check something real quick. Solarium. Doesn't say whether or not or where the solarium can be drafted, so that's another thing to make note of, is to see where the solarium can be drafted to. We're already hitting our first hour. Tool shed is also a good outside room to draft because it could give us that wrench. And wrenches are useful. Take tool shed. I don't really see a good reason to take the shelter or magnifying glass. Shelter might get rid of a couple red rooms, but I mean, it's not enough of a deal for me to do it over some other options. I have a battery. Conservatory. Immediate conservatory is amazing. Alright, what else is in here? Whoop, we got ads coming in about 60 seconds. Let's make cloister or bunk bed rare. Cloister. I don't really want to use my gems, so we're going to make it rare. Study, we're going to make commonplace, because study lets us use our gems, to reroll, which is super good. Because we're on a timer, I'm going to keep playing, even though we have ads going. If we weren't on a timer, I wouldn't, but I want to go. Actually, I don't think it really matters. Solarium would be really good here. Courtyard, wine cellar, closet. Let's do closet. Security, wine cellar. We're gonna do wine cellar. I am preparing for the chance that we get we actually draft the studio. Let's grab a key. I'll take the pantry. Courtyard. South of the courtyard. There's the study. Ooh, dice is super good. We're gonna get a key. Let's see here. I am reminding myself of codes. This isn't about knowing the secrets or spoiling the secrets or anything like that. Okay, so now we want could just re-roll till we got a drafting studio. Where are we at? Here, security. We'll take security here. We are going to keycard system, set to low, change offline mode to unlocked, back, exit. Now, we can always change it if we find a key card, but for now, there's a hallway. Let's go north here. Parlor, chapel. Parlor's huge here, I think. More gems mean more rerolls. Gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter U. Blue box is true. The gems in the box with a statement containing the letter B. B, B, B. So this is true because all of them have the letter B. The blue box is true, which we know is true. So this is false. The gems are in a box statement containing the letter U. So that has a U on it. That has a U on it. This does not have a U on it. So we're going to open this one up. Okay. Nursery. I'm going to redraw. Let's go chapel here. Probably would have been better. So the thing is like the farther I get before the more doors that I open before trying to reroll is things that get out of the pool. Drawing room, dining room. We'll go dining room, I think. Do you have a key? Workshop, library. Library's kind of huge. I think we reroll here. Or just get drafting studio and continue. There's the kennel. Alright, add this. There's the kennel. Permanently drafted is added. So it might already be in the pool. So we're going to try and redraw until we get the kennel. Oh, will you look at that? Where's my pupper? There's my pupper. And that is time. So we did it in just under an hour. That was actually pretty good. I don't know. What should I make note of? Study is really good. Study is super good. Tool shed for wrench is really good. And therefore, garage powered is good. Yeah. Otherwise, I think we're gonna do another run here. Minimize that. All right, where are we on ads? We just had an ad, so I think we are going to just jump into another run here. All right, so back-to-back drafting pool, get the kennel was super good, and this was a really good day. We're gonna call it a day. Call it. What is our final day? What does our final day look like? A rustic villa. We're going to save and quit. 59 minutes, 33 seconds for my first ever clear of this run is